What up, folks? Thought I'd come in a little early today. I thought it was Friday yesterday. I was almost a party foul. I still was able to drop some good sauce. But that's the life of an experienced trader, an experienced investor. Wanted to come in and talk about MiNERS. I may come in later and talk about digital asset treasury companies. What are these things? It's not anything anyone told me when I first started. So I do my best to come up with content regarding things that no one explained to me. Being the example, taking the lead, and putting everything on the idea block of what videos I should create next. And I just let it flow. Stuff's coming off the top of my head. Being able to explain these things. Not going to be easily understood by the layman or the newbie because it's hidden information. You have to want to know this type of stuff, and then it'll come to you. The powers that be don't want you to know these things. So this is my journey. I have to deal with the lazy, those spirits. We talk about wrecking the lazy, rebellious, disobedient, ignorant, predatory, monitoring spirits. It's not the popular thing to do. Like, oh, you must want the smoke. If that's how you want to look at it. Because as long as I have the truth, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I'm sure that I have the truth. So we're going to keep kicking it out. MiNERS, as in digging in the ground and pulling gold or silver out of the ground. Gold miners, silver miners, Bitcoin miners. Very important because gold is real. Silver is real. Bitcoin just got regulated through the CFTC. It is a commodity. It is real. We have to get this idea that, it doesn't what? It doesn't go to the CFTC and get a futures contract. Stop playing with me. You can play those games all you want over there with the clowns and the 98%, the losers that be in loss review doing the kumbaya. If you have a futures contract, that means you're going to be here in the future. There are people hopping in the casket right now that don't have a futures contract. Bitcoin ain't going in no casket. I'll tell you that. What is a 401k again? It's when you put money in there for retirement, you don't need a 401k. You need something with a futures contract. You can build your own 401k. You can build your own IRA account with things that are going to be here in the future. So again, we're not going to talk about crypto. I'll do that later. We're going to talk about metals, the metals market, miners, the companies that mine metals. We could say rare earth minerals. But we're not talking about the minerals. We're just talking about gold, silver, palladium, platinum. But really, we're just talking about gold and silver this morning. What I have posted right here. The first one is silver. It's a silver miner. We're going through a transfer of wealth. We will always have geopolitical tensions. Whenever there's fear in the world, the metals start to elevate. They will never go to zero. They will always elevate. They will pull back. You have to look at that as a buying opportunity. How do we know where the bottom is? The basic scale of 100. All this goes together. No one on YouTube is saying what I'm saying. And my channel is different. You're going to see me talking trash and going through ups and downs in my mental health and things like that. But in the midst of all of that, I'm still taking the lead role and presenting the information as it should be presented for free. That's the difference. That's the biggest difference, right? But anyway, we keep going to the left and to the right. Let's go down the middle. Whatever the name of this company is, obviously it's $250, $260, the premium. AGQ, it's a silver miner. But if you look at the price, it's in the middle. We say premium, 260, 250, 240, right? But in the big picture, it's 350, 250, 150. It's in the middle. The market makers will always take your price to the middle of a structure and dare you to make a buy or a sell position, and then stretch you 50% to the upside and 50% to the downside. In this case, at $250, it'll stretch you up to 350, bring you back to 250, stretch you down to 150, and bring you back to 250. That's what I mean by that. That's on the big picture. It's going to take forever to get from 250 to 350. What if you put a sell in right now? Why would you put a sell in on silver? It can work in the short term, but in the long term, this is going up because silver will always go up. Yeah, it can pull back, but you got to remember, it's going to go up. That's how I got to $250 in the first place. We got stocks down here that are $1.50. This is $250, almost at $260. All right, so let's go to the next one. One that I have personal interest in. I'm invested in it. West Gold. Western Australia. Australia is a big player in the gold market. I was put onto this stock, and I bought it at $2.40 in the middle, but I understood where I was. So that's why I took the risk, because I know it was going to go up. Now we're at $4.40. Eventually it'll be at $10. Why? Because gold will go up in the long run. So I don't have to buy physical gold. I can buy a gold miner at $2.50 roughly. $3.50, $2.50, $1.50. My ideal position for the buy is $1.50 down at the discount. But it's gold. It might not go down there. I have to give you the truth. I have to give you understanding as to the mentality of what we're doing here. Building your own 401k, building your own retirement account. I'm already retired. I'm doing this for my family. And a lot of the times when I'm dealing with family, friends, and associates, they don't understand any of this. Because if they did, they'd be telling me about it. Nobody's telling me anything. They're not doing this. Some will say, oh, we don't have time. Oh, whatever the excuses are. You have to take the reins and decide that you're going to start building generational wealth for your family. Not the way that we were taught to go and be a slave. Yeah, that's part of it, because you have to generate some type of income so you can invest it. But you can do it yourself. You don't need nobody to do it for you. And ain't nobody gonna do it for you. They'll charge you an arm and a leg to do stuff that you can do yourself. So That's West Gold. I won't go into too much detail. We're already at 10 minutes. So the last miner is Nova Gold. This has a special place in my heart because it was the first investment that I ever made. That's what started my portfolio with $2,000. Now, again, $350, $250, $150. Now, I have a receipt right here that I want to show you of my history with Nova Gold. I don't have very many shares of it because I sold the shares too early. I was happy I made $2,000. Now, this started in 2023. That's why I tell people I've been in the game since 2019. I started investing about 3 years ago. I was trading since 2019, but I didn't start investing until 2022, 2023 area. And that's when I ran into my first miner, not really understanding miners. I just like, okay, well, I think it's gold. And then I bought it at 250 before I understood quarters theory, before I understood the basic scale of 100. I hadn't created the concept yet. But I ended up doing this trade correctly because I bought it at 250 and sold it at 350, thinking it was going to come back down to 150. I was in the process of understanding what that was. I should have never sold it because it's gold. You have to expect it to go up. This is a great example. Now I got my second opportunity to do this with West Gold. I'm not going to sell West Gold. I'm going to keep West Gold, and I'm going to dollar cost average on West Gold. So this was a good message for a Friday. Don't buy crypto on Friday. We'll do the digital asset video in this regard. Just like these miners for metals, when I talk about the miners for crypto and digital asset treasury companies and things like that. So for the people, not the profits, to beat the market. Well, consistency and persistency is what wins in the market when you're doing it the right way. You want to be consistent and persistently doing things the right way. Consistently and persistently doing things the wrong way can win in the short term. It might even win in the medium term. But in the long run, if you're putting shit in, you're gonna get shit out. I don't want to be a part of nothing that has to do with shit. I need quality. To beat the market, you must become the market. The market moves with integrity through its price, while these coyotes are running through the street over here. And if you lack the integrity of the price, you're going to get wrecked and you end up in loss review. What are they talking about in loss review? I know what they talk about because I heard them tell me. It's the psychology. It's just, I don't know what to do. You're being taught by predators and clowns, and you're impersonating them. And then it doesn't play out for you, and you got egg in your face. That's just what it is. So, unfortunately, you got to go through that. You have to take your lumps, is what we call it. I hope you can get through there, because you need to get through there and to the successful side of investing and trading, because you can. It's there, and it doesn't cost $10,000 to pay someone to get you there. Hey.